Skolsky does not want to mess up his 666 rupee count and does not buy any potions.
And we're gonna. There's a map we're never getting. And I'm pretty certain we did not see this entrance because Solsky did not have the mirror to get here earlier. And it's Misery Mire. And yeah, we can do a lot of this. We don't have the big key. We don't have a cane to get to the back. So 6 checks here.
I think we are back live now. Had a little internet hiccup, but we're back. So what? Relkin is now in Misery Mire, which was at the Hera entrance.
Yep.
So if you lost us for about a minute, you didn't really miss much. Skolsky putting that shovel to use. I believe we saw this on Relkin's side.
Yeah, we did. Mire small key in Mire. Yay.
That's pretty funny. Not expected. There's 2 of those out there, so now I guess we found both. Or sorry, there's 3 total.
Yep.
I knew that. And Solsky going to be on tempered
to swamp.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we knew. I figured Solsky would get to that tempered because of the 2 swords in Hera. Relkin depends on when he gets that big key to Hera. Does he do Thieves Town first? In which case, I would kind of expect him to get both swords in Hera. Or if he does Thieves Town second, he might never go back.
Yeah, Solsky went back, but I think Solsky was looking for a lot of stuff still. Relkin's run into some more things. You know, Solsky just got the bow. The bow could have easily been in the basement or in the big chest, so.
Yep. Yeah, by the time Relkin has to make that decision, he's gonna have more stuff, but he might still go back in. On the other hand, he might actually find the hammer and the small key for Thieves Town to make that a better play for him.
Answer a question in chat. This, you've seen Relkin and Misery Mire. This was at the Tower of Hera Vanilla entrance, which is something that Solsky had because did not have the mirror when he was up on Death Mountain earlier. So we found a small key to Mire itself and a big key to Swamp in Mire.
A big key to Swamp, another one of those so-called fetch quest keys. In this case, not even logically required unless there's actually something in the Swamp big chest. But again, another one of those big keys you'd rather have before you go into the dungeon you hate to find after. Yeah, that fairy is probably a good one to pick up right before doing the spike floor here. And we find boots. Ooh, nice.
That is great.
Oh, and a hammer.
And a hammer. Oh my gosh.
Wow. Mire with the things. Now, to be fair to Solsky, even had he come here with the mirror, no guarantee you would have had the hook shot to get there in the first place. And that hook shot, hard required for that Mire entrance because boots inside, and you need to have one or the other to get in there.
Yeah, you got a bonk over there if you don't have the hook shot. Is this going to be... We're checking this entrance, but I would suspect Relkin might go into Ice Palace and finish that out.
With the fight? Well, I mean, half magic with the fire rod's not terrible. But you're still only on fighter sword, so it's not great either. But it is a completable dungeon now, so...
Yeah, with the flute, you could just go on and find some more firepower, if you will, and just come back really anytime you want. So
yeah, and also, let's see. Yeah, that fighter sword is what would keep me away from it, honestly. But there's so many other things to do. That hammer doesn't. I mean, we still have the small key to Thieves Town, so.
Right.
We have GT left side too.
Yeah, hammer opens up that. I mean, we can get all the way to Ice Armos,
Yep.
you know, and it's pretty simple to beat them with the bow. And we can't get to the, or we can get to the big key, or excuse me, the big chest in Ganon's tower, but can't open it without the big
Right.
key. So might be worth delaying for that. Solsky is on the mountain and gonna get that flute, gonna find Misery Mire.
Yep.
We'll
He'll
be
be very
watching.
happy if he goes into
Yeah,
Mire.
I would assume he would.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, it's 6 checks.
Oh, and Relkin is just finished finding the old man now. So
Yeah, yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing about Ice Palace. We don't know if it's a crystal yet, so,
yeah, you might be able to get a bunch of stuff here, and even if you don't beat the boss, it could be worth it.
we'll see what the runners decide to do. Solsky, with the Tempered Sword, has a much better Ice Palace. Of course, neither one of them have Canis and Mario to do Icebreaker, so that's another factor. So, yeah, Ice Palace is just such a weird dungeon in that. But it looks like Relkin says, you know what, I'll just do a bomb jump. It's fine.
Yeah. Skolsky, I don't think is really going to have any question about whether or not he goes into Ice Palace, all there already being on Tempered Sword.
Yeah, it's much better.
It'll just be a matter of whether or not he remembers it's there, since it's been about 30 minutes since he was up
I,
here on the mountain.
I'll assume he. I assume he does. I think more the bigger issue for Solsky is with a bunch of stuff that's gonna open up. It's again, we don't know pendant or crystal, so. Oh, there's that last skull with small key. So now it's in logic.
I mean, when was the last time you saw a cross keys race that was all in logic?
Never.
Yeah.
I take it back. So shout outs to Fred Coughlin, who decided once to do a cross keys race where he specified that he was going to, not a race, I think it was just a play on his stream, where he decided to just stay in logic, and oh my god. Poor Fred.
That must have
I don't
taken
remember
forever.
I don't remember the details, but there were some logical details involving small key logic that just made it awful.
Yeah, if there's like a pod small on the pedestal or something like that, it could just be so bad.
I don't think it was anything that bad, but there was definitely some goofiness to it.
Getting a lot of bomb drops. I guess those pen gators are also in the bomb thing, but it's been a long time since we were farming for bombs at the beginning of this seed.
Yeah. Yep, remember to pull that tongue, because I remember early on with Icebreaker, everybody was forgetting to not pull the tongue, and now you have to remember to pull the tongue if you're not doing Icebreaker.
Yeah, it's funny how my muscle memory quickly adapted to the icebreaker
I know,
strats.
right? Okay, Solsky gets his hammer. He's about to get his boots.
Okay, so he's doing this in a little different order, so we're gonna have a little time to remember where was Ice Palace? Oh yeah, it was right here.
And
Oh,
flippers.
flippers.
That's gonna open up some stuff. Neither one of these runners have done, I don't think, any fake flippering. It always worries me a
We
little
did
bit
get
when.
a hobo on one of their streams, and
Okay.
it was nothing. But yeah, that's something you don't really see in cross keys, is like fake flippering to the Lake Hylia Island
Yeah.
or something like that. It's just kind of
Well,
not done because it could just not be in logic, and there's
the
that
Lake
small key to
Hylia
do.
Island check in particular, you can't use fake flipper for, but yeah, there's a lot of things you can use fake
Oh,
flipper for.
I meant the Hope
Oh, you
Fairy.
mean the one with where the upgrade fairy normally is? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
also
you
an
def
island. It's a bigger island.
it is also an island, is also in Lake Hylias, and normally we don't refer to it very much because we don't care about it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Solsky in the back of Skullwoods.
Yeah, Skolsky, has had a one crystal, two crystal lead here pretty
Yeah.
much since about 55 minutes. But I would say Relkin has found some of the items a little earlier, but that just means Relkin's gonna have to play a little bit of catch up.
Yeah, I mean, way too early to talk about a lead. I couldn't even really tell you who has the advantage. And keep in mind, we do have to do a GT climb because Ganon is vanilla today, so we have to actually kill Aga too. And Relkin goes into Cold Stare with that Fire Rod, and he's gonna get him in that left corner, which is really a good spot for it when you're trying to finish him off with the Fire Rod shots, and does a very nice job of it.
Yeah, simultaneous boss fights. Is it going to be simultaneous crystals? Yes, it is. Ice
Just
Palace
for a
is a
bit.
crystal.
Sadly, just a single arrow. So what does that leave us for pendants? Meyer, we know Hera is a crystal. So Meyer and Eastern are we do we as viewers? Oh, we don't know what Pod is yet. So two of Eastern Pod and Meyer are going to be pendants.
Oh, and
Oh,
Solsky is
Solsky, let's
doing,
go.
wow.
Oh wow. Okay. Oh, he almost got it. Almost got there.
Oh, gonna
Yeah,
give up.
this was the I'm seeing this for the first time, so might as well at least give it a shot, I think.
I mean, even if you get through that room, you have to like go to the compass chest. That's a
Hmm.
lot of hovering, and then can you even hover with the lamp in the the firelock side?
There is a clip I have
I know you
seen.
can. I don't know if Solsky can. I know some people can.
I know it has been done. Let's put it that way. I wouldn't swear to the clip that I saw of it even being an actual person, so
Oh yeah, it might just be a task only.
it might have been.
Solsky is going into Ice Palace, though. We'll see a couple checks that we just kind of lost Relkin's stream for half a second. Like Ice Tea Room, I don't think we actually got to see.
No, I think we missed that one, and I think that may have been the only one we missed. I'm not sure. Nice that we finally have proper Dark World access, though, with a glove and a hammer. And we're okay heading back to Desert.
Yeah, this must be the connector to the Western Dark World. The Village of Outcasts and all this. This leads out at that Dark Lumberjack shop, I believe.
Yeah, I'm almost. Is this faster than just going normally? Oh no, it's the Meyer
Oh, okay.
connector. Yeah, and he's got the mirror, so now I can do this and some desert checks.
Yeah, it's the west entrance that goes to that West Dark World. So yeah, this is some new info. I mean, we can get the Desert Palace entrance. We can get Desert Palace.
Oh hey, we can get a cape,
Yeah.
and we don't have to follow this connector because we know where it goes. So you're just gonna take that cape and leave.
Oh, Solsky giving us the hover over the
Yeah.
bomb jump
I
there.
mean, that's one of the more difficult hovers because you have to change directions, but I'd say that's less difficult than what he tried to do
Yeah,
in
if you can
Turtle
get
Rock.
3/4 of the way through the Turtle Rock main entrance, you can definitely do that
Yeah.
one.
I will say this as someone that does not hover in any way, shape, or form. And we find Swamp Palace.
Okay, so
And
we do have the
yeah,
small key to
we
Swamp
have the small
2.
key, we have the hook shot, so this is full clearable. We have the hammer, yeah, all the
Yeah.
things we need for this dungeon, we have them. Relkin with only a fighter sword is gonna have a not great Argus fight. Maybe he gets a master sword in here. There's always a sword in swamp, as we often say. Of course, that's not actually true. It just sometimes feels that way.
Oh, it definitely always feels that way.
But we know he's not going to get to tempered here because we've seen that there are in fact two swords in Hera that he has not picked up.
Yeah, he has not beaten, what is it, Thieves Town and Tower of Hera, so that's
Yep.
basically where Solsky has this crystal advantage at this point. Both of them in crystal dungeons right now, as Solsky does get those flippers.
And we haven't even found Eastern. I think we found everything else.
Yeah, I was just running that over my head, and with cross keys, you don't
Oh,
usually
back a
skip a lot of
desert.
chests, so we're
We
going
have not.
to.
We
Yeah, we
also have
haven't
not
done
seen
that.
back a desert. So yeah, we were going over that list at the same time.
Yeah, this left side swamp check is something you don't usually skip in like a cross key, especially because it's so hard to get to it. Like, how hard is it to get to swamp in a regular seed? It takes a lot of time. It's worse in cross keys, so just full clear it.
Potentially, it depends.
Well,
This
relatively.
particular location, I'd say, is one that you don't want to have to worry about coming back, and I completely agree with doing a left side here. There are, it is actually a little bit easier if it's got a good location because you don't have to drain the mode again. But we're still talking about, again, the other big difference being that this will not be I mean, it could be a map and a compass, but it's not like when you're in a regular mode. Um,
Okay, that was a Cane of Samaria
it,
in this
it
in the ice big. So Relkin must have gotten that
He
too.
must have gotten that, yeah, because that's right. We lost his signal for a bit, but anyway, this left side play, it won't be the map compass of Swamp. I mean, I guess it could be. But that'd be a pretty wild seed to have that happen in a cross key seed. So usually worth to just do it ahead of time.
Yeah, and even if it is garbage, your opponent's almost definitely doing it too, unless it's their last dungeon and they're promoting it. And in that case, you've just taken different routes anyway.
Yep. And yeah, so I was gonna say I won't say bomb jump hard required because technically that's not in logic, but icebreaker just not available.
Yeah, you could have just gone and gotten the big chest and then done the dungeon over, but that feels like a big time waste.
Yeah.
Relkin
I
also
mean, if
remembering to do the compass chest before going on to the back of swamp.
yeah. Interesting though, if either runner had come in here without the hammer, which they'd gotten pretty recently into Ice Palace, they would have had that cane to come back into Icebreaker later. So I guess that is a thing that could have happened.
Yeah, that would have been interesting.
And Relkin getting into the back of Swamp here. And it's also going to activate his flute. Yeah, this makes GT a pretty decent check, although we still won't have that big key. So we still can't climb yet. We have everything else we need for the dungeon. Logically, you need 4 small keys for several things, but nobody ever opens that middle door. So realistically, 3 is always enough. And if you route it properly, you can do it in 2.
Yeah, we can do what left side of GT, but we need the big key to get anywhere on the climb.
Yep.
And Solsky picks up his silver arrows.
Yeah, so he's pretty decked out for the Ganon fight. The end, tempered in silvers, is a nice, comfy place to be. Relkin still on Fighter Sword.
Yeah, I mean, if Relkin just doesn't go to Hera and ends up finding all of his items in Go mode's Hera, he possibly could skip those chests. Obviously, if he's looking for a sword, he's going to open at least one of them because you're
Yep.
going to need at least Master Sword to defeat Ganon.
And sadly, today, no sword in Swamp. Hera deciding to take over that role.
Oh, there was nothing in Swamp.
There was nothing here. But it is a crystal. We had to do it, so like it definitely could be worse. We're gonna see the spiral cave entrance. We have not seen this. It's just a shop, so we don't care. Relkin had decided to do the fairy ascent caves instead. When he was over here, hey, there's Eastern, and Relkin says, "No, I don't want to do
Okay.
this."
I gotta check this in case there's a big key to Eastern right
Yeah,
here. Makes sense. Probably gonna go back in.
it wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, this is so hard to get to too. It's what, like Hyrule Castle connector with a mirror. Like you
Yeah,
don't even
yep.
have the mitts to make the flute and mitts combo like work for you.
Yeah, Eastern Palace is a funny dungeon. I know there are a lot of people a lot of players that just don't want to go into Eastern unless they can full clear it in cross keys.
I mean, like a tier 1 entrance Eastern, I'm probably never going in, but this is what, tier
Yeah, this is
6,
way
7
beyond that.
something? Yeah.
Way beyond that. And Solsky maybe is thinking Ganon's Tower, so. I think he's already, yeah, he's got 6 of 8 items in Skullwoods, which means big chest, and did not pick up the pinball key, which he now never will pick up because he's beaten the dungeon.
Another thing on Relkin's side is we don't know if Eastern is a pendant or crystal, so
Yeah.
you know, abandoning the boss in the big chest here is not really as punishing as abandoning like 4 progression items in these 4 chests or something like that.
Nice Stalfos room kill. A
Oh yeah,
Balthos.
and the Canis Amaria lets us do right side of GT as well.
Yeah, we can do everything but the climb in the big chest. And ideally, the big chest has nothing because we're not going to want to come back to that later. It's not. Ideally, you want to get it the first time through. I don't think Solsky did tile room. Maybe he's going to save that for last. Unlike in a regular seed where most runners will save tile room for last, typically you check it in cross keys. Yeah, another Turtle Rock small. And a desert small, which puts the back of desert in logic when we find it. Little surprise. I guess with 3 small keys, you don't really need to grab the extra one if you're not going to actually open that door. So just don't.
Oh my gosh, it's the big
Okay,
key to
so
Eastern.
we're gonna find
vanilla.
out. Yeah, we're gonna find out if this is a pendant or a crystal. That's completely vanilla.
Yeah, but to your point, in GT, yeah, the tire room skip takes, you know, you save a lot of time, but if there's something there and you just never do it, you're
Yeah,
gonna regret that.
I expect he'll do it after he does everything else. Oh, there's the other Ice Palace small key.
You're basically gambling that like the other 21 chests are gonna have enough progression to take you elsewhere. I mean, it's
Yep.
It makes sense.
Bugnet. So how big this will be on Relkin's side depends on whether this is a pendant or a crystal.
And these
This
silver
will
arrows are
give us.
gonna be super nice here on this Armos fight.
Yeah, this will tell us the rest of our pendant crystal information. And it is a crystal. So that means Pod is a pendant, Meyer is a pendant. And that is a crystal that I don't know if you know Solsky's been over to that area yet and found that connector. So what do we even need for go mode at this point? Well, Relkin needs some swords.
Yeah, we don't have the desert big key, so we can't.
We need desert
defeat
big,
the boss,
yes.
and we actually have to find that entrance.
Yeah, yep. And we need the GT big.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, Ganon is at Ganon. So there's at least 3 vanilla locations here.
Yeah, we've had a
seed.
few. And this will be our first Zora area check.
Yeah, I don't think we've been in the waterfall yet. And it is the bomb refill room. Bombable
That is a
hut.
great spot to find early. This late, we just don't care.
And Bob giving Solsky a little trouble there, but thankfully he's got enough hearts and magic he doesn't really care.
Piece of heart on the Zora ledge. Not gonna go for that. A bottle. Piece of heart. And mitts.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's kind of good news for Solsky, though, because now he can get to Meyer a lot easier than Relkin did, so he'll be able to find Eastern.
That is true. That would probably be my next place if I just got bits.
I mean, it's a huge density check. There's a lot of entrances here. You have mirrors, so you get both the mired entrances and the desert entrances. But this could be be a mitless seed. It is not uncommon in cross keys for the mitts just to be bait.
Yeah, so I guess he hasn't been here yet because he is checking these Dark World entrances, which...
Yeah, no, Solsky I don't believe has found the connector here yet.
I think it's Hyrule Castle, so he'll go through it and go, oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't ever check this. It's actually a bit of a doesn't want. Oh yeah, okay. I was gonna say he doesn't want the cape. He wants the cape. Yeah, one time I got flute and mitts and was real excited to finally get my hook shot over here, and got all that stuff. And then of course checked an entrance, and I believe it was one of the Hyrule Castle entrances. Like, yeah, I could have done that an hour ago, hour and a half ago. A lot earlier.
I mean, that's cross keys. It's really volatile. You could
Yep.
go, down the wrong path, the wrong string, and you just don't know if it's right until the seed is over. So just got to play your best game. Relkin is doing Thieves Town before Tower of Hera. Oh, has Relkin done Tower of Hera?
He's been in it. He has not completed it. I don't think so.
Yeah, unless it happened when we... But I don't
Oh,
think we lost him that much.
no, we lost him while he was in ice. So unless there's unless we're playing a weird version of Hyper Major Glitches that has an extra clip that I don't know about, he didn't make it over there.
Yeah. All that being said, I mean, Lady Lorelinda and Bandman25 are doing a great job tracking for us. The speed gaming tracker is sometimes a little finicky. It sometimes doesn't respond. So just we're gonna chalk that up to some web page nonsense there.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I always call the trackers the MVPs for a reason. It's a difficult job and one that I don't do for a reason. So
Yo, same. I I'll talk about them, but I won't. I won't. I won't tell you what happened. I'll show you.
yeah, so he's gonna have a slightly easier Swamp Palace because he's got that Tempered Sword, so he'll have an easier Argus fight. But other than that, it's not gonna make a huge difference. We'll see if he chooses to do the left side. But Relkin's gonna go into Hera with both big key and small key, so we'll see if he checks both and gets both swords, or if he. I mean, I guarantee you he checks the big key chest. No, sorry, the big chest. I don't guarantee that he'll go back in for the big key chest. And do the basement.
Yeah, we'll have a moment of truth here.
Oh, when did we get
got the small key?
Yeah, I missed the small key. Oh, Castle Tower small key is most likely meaningless.
Yeah, what was behind Aga? The lumberjack tree was, we could scout that. It was nothing, right?
Yeah, it was Magic Bat. But we don't have powder, so even if we had powder, you still need another small key. It's a long way for that being in logic. Now, right now, it is one more check, so
right.
like that is a thing he could do at some point. But
the other Aga Tower small key can get you there. Yeah, that might be in its vanilla location, though. We don't know.
Okay, Solsky is going to do left side.
And Relkin showing you the blind fight. 9 swipes. Perfectly executed.
We'll get his Hera big. So I suspect he was already planning on going to Hera after this. Now, if he wasn't already planning on going back to Hera at this point, I can't imagine he wouldn't change his mind here.
Yeah, it's right there. And he knows where it is. He's already been to it, gotten a couple items.
And it's pretty nearby, so... There's something else here first. Oh, Balk Rocks. I don't think we've seen that yet.
No, this is new for us. Could be back at Desert.
Could be. Or it could be absolutely nothing.
It's just one of the snitch houses.
Yeah, we're going to see King's Tomb as well, since he doesn't have mitts yet.
That was a nice dash cancel right there, right before bonking on the rocks there, and it's Spike Cave. Good thing we have that cape out of
Yep.
Spectacle Rock.
Granted, at 13 hearts, it's almost enough to survive without. Ooh, GT big key. Yeah, that's pretty big. I expect Relkin will not be waiting much longer to do his GT play.
Yeah, that's a pretty big find.
Yeah, I can see him doing Hera. I think Hera first. But yeah, I think maybe right after that he'll be in GT. And he'll full clear it most likely. Get those mitts, but mitts don't open up as much for him, having already done most of the mire area, or all of the mire area, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, do you just climb first, since you know you have
No.
to, and then if there's no
Well,
progression, you go
okay, no, I
back?
take yeah, because all he needs now, he's got that GT big key. He needs desert big, and he needs
Desert entrance.
desert entrance. Now,
And
probably needs those mitts. We're running out of entrances where things could be, and there are mitts entrances. Now, the problem with doing the climb first is that there's that Master Sword for Elkin. The problem with doing the climb first, of course, is that you can't just go right back into Ganon's tower. So
right.
you'd have to go all the way back. And it's in such a bad spot that I could see the argument either way. A climb could put you in go mode, potentially, but it's only 4 checks as opposed to the 23 checks in the basement, and now you have to go all the way back there. And
I could see like doing weird DM strats where you do like DM room and compass room, because it's 8 checks between those two, and then climbing. So at least you get some value out of it, and then coming back for the other slower checks. But has no problem with Moldorm here, as Solsky also defeats Argus in Swamp Palace.
we'll see if he goes back in for the basement to get his what we know is a tempered sword.
Yeah, just as you were saying, an item or two from go mode here, so don't want to leave
He's
anything
going back
behind
in.
if you're right here.
Yeah, there's actually 2 parts to this, because I know I've several times done oh hey, I'm gonna do the basement after I clear the rest of the dungeon, and then just never go back. The amount of time that tempered sword potentially say, I mean, well, with silvers it's less, so it's not as quite as big a deal. But I mean, he's gonna get some of this time back by getting that tempered sword for sure. Unless we find gold somewhere, but even then, it's good to just a nice peace of mind. You don't have to worry about swords, worry about a Master Sword Ganon. And Solsky finds Eastern, and he's going to be pleasantly surprised that he's able to finish this and that it's a crystal. So the things we don't want to find at this point. We want to find Desert Big, and we want to find Desert's entrance. We don't want any part of a Misery Mire Big Key, and we don't want any part of a Pod Big Key at this point. Or heck, for that matter, a Turtle Rock Big Key.
Yeah, I was just going to say Turtle Rock. We've got 3 keys on Solsky's side. We got Ice Rod. We do know where the back of it is, and it's pretty easy to get to.
Yeah, I think Relkin's full cleared Turtle Rock. I think Solsky has not. No, wait, no. I take that back, because he didn't have keys. He's done everything you can do without a cane.
Yeah, the front, and I don't think either of them has been to the the roller room.
I don't think so. Well, I mean, yeah, no, no way of getting there without. We need either a big key or a cane to do that. And so we've seen Laser Bridge, and we've seen on Relkin's side, we've also seen Lava Chest and Cane Chomps.
Solsky gets his useless Bombos.
Yep.
We do not need, or we do need Quake if we're kind of trying to get to the Mire entrance. That could be a thing. We don't know yet.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see if Relkin does do this whole thing, and I do think those mitts are going to end up being required. I'm not sure what I mean, like we said earlier, mitts not always required, but we're just not running out of places, and we need to find back a desert. So
yeah, they're not required more often than they are, but it's not unusual for them to have some value behind them.
Yep. So he's gonna get those if he goes all the way through Ice Armos. He's also gonna get the big chest, which if that's our last big key, the one to Desert, that'd be really big because Solsky, that's a lot. That's a really out of the way for him.
Yeah.
Having already done the rest of the basement. Yeah, chat pointing out that Relkin did take the crystal lead, but I'd say we're pretty much on even footing since Solsky's already done this GT play that Relkin's doing. It's going to take Solsky a little bit of time to get back over here for the climb once he gets the big key, but... So that's a slight edge to Relkin,
Yeah,
but
it's,
until we find Desert Entrance and Desert Big Key, it's still anybody's race.
Yeah, it's pretty close. I wouldn't really say either runner is in the lead. They just happen to have more crystals at this given moment.
Yeah, I would give a slight advantage to Relkin, but very slight, because yeah, that when it comes down to it, those missing big keys, those go mode big keys, are essentially an ice rod hunt, and
yeah.
So anything can happen at that point.
I mean, Relkin's been able to clear the dungeons on his, trips there, 1 or 2 trips there, whereas Solsky, left a big key, a big chest behind or something like that. So
yep.
But now, tied up the crystal count.
Yep. And I assume Solsky probably gonna do some myths checks, maybe?
Yeah, we know he's gonna have to go to the King's Tomb and get that Ganon's Tower big key to climb Ganon's Tower, which Relkin is about to do.
I suspect he'll do right side first. We haven't seen Tile Room, I don't think. I think Solsky never did go back for that.
Oh, yeah, he definitely skipped that.
See what Relkin decides to do about Tile Room. It wouldn't surprise me if he didn't do this until he's done with the Compass Room. Nope, he's gonna do it right now. We know that this is, the time to do it if you're gonna do it. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, he keeps fooling me, because...
Just open the key so he doesn't forget to open it later, I guess.
I guess. The point being that we know that the Desert Big is not a Compass Room, so if he's gonna do this, he's gonna doing it before. Doing it now is a little bit faster than doing it later.
Yeah, Ganon's Tower just takes a long time to get to. I think you just want to be done with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's in such a bad spot. If it was in a good spot, because you were asking, do you climb first? And I think if it were in a better spot, I think you do climb first. But given that it's at the back of Skullwood's entrance and it's such a pain to get there, you just want to be done with it. You don't want to have to ever come back here. And these are new checks for us on Solsky's size following that Desert Small. Hyrule Castle Small, so whatever was in Zelda, so I don't even remember, is now in Logic. And the big key to Misery Mire. I said that was the big key we didn't want to see.
Yeah, weren't you listening to us, game?
Game never listens.
Yeah, that's my experience too. Relkin is climbing. I think we're going to find our Desert Big up here.
Yeah, very possibly. I mean, I think this is the obvious play. The fact that Ganon is vanilla just makes it easy to make this decision. And one of the reasons why I don't dislike a vanilla Ganon. Like I said, Lumberjack Ganon, that's my least favorite, having to find those Castle Tower small keys. Whereas in pretty much any other Ganon location, you just don't ever want to see Castle Tower small keys, and you're very, very happy.
Right. I mean, as you pointed out, the magic bat is behind that lumberjack tree, but we don't even have powder, so we're not too worried about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's also gonna check out more of Turtle Rock. There's a lot of unseen territory in this dungeon for us. We do know that Lava Chest is nothing. We do know that Chain Chomps is nothing, but we're going to get to see 3 checks at the front.
Yeah, this is the right way to do it if you're not going to want to burn your keys. Although with 3 keys, you're not too worried about that. But still want to take it into
Yeah, I mean,
consideration.
when Relkin does this, if he does this, he can just do it from the front, having already done Chain Chomps. He doesn't have to open those doors. But Solsky has not done Chain Chomps, so it makes more sense for him to go up this way and not use the small key through this door.
And blink and you miss it. Relkin's already through the gauntlet, and 1 cycle and Mo 2.
Silver arrows are so nice.
Oh, yeah. Getting a couple refills here before the most satisfying room in the game.
Okay, so we're going to get another new check here from Solsky.
Hover not required for these checks,
Ah,
and that is our
hello,
4th
Gold
sword.
Yeah, real good chance Relkin doesn't ever get that if he gets to that desert small key soon. Or desert big key, excuse me.
And a really nice fire rad dash there on Relkin's side, getting that 3rd torch lit and dashing down, beating the clock.
Shouts to Half Magic here. Plenty of magic to finish this off.
So first of 4 checks, it's a small key to Turtle Rock. And there's that Quake.
Okay, well that's an entrance. And just a bunch of rupees for Solsky.
Well, we already checked Zora, right?
Yeah, yeah, Relkin has checked Zora. Solsky I don't believe has, but it was a whole lot of nothing, if I remember correctly. Looks like just rupees in that last chest, and we're gonna have the post-Moldworm chest. And I think it looks like Solsky is gonna head back over to GT. Nope, maybe not.
Oh, well, he does not have the big key yet.
Oh,
So
that's right. He has to go to King's Tomb.
I think Graveyard Ledge. Nope, never mind.
There's some myth checks over here he can do.
Oh, yeah,
you can do Smiths, you can do Purple Chest, you can do... I'm sure we have. don't remember where.
Solsky must have, or he would not. Or, you know what? Sometimes in cross keys you pick up the Smith hoping you'll run into him along the way.
Yeah, that is a thing. I mean, the Smith will go everywhere with you and will only disappear if you pick up a crystal. So, and if the only crystal left for him to pick up is the desert one, at which point the Smith going poof is not a bad thing because you don't need him. It's actually pretty funny how much he can do with the Smith trailing.
Yeah, the Smith does have to be in the light world, the Smith shop.
Yes.
That is the one thing. So if we haven't found him yet, it's not really many places he could be. And here he is.
Yeah, there he is. Okay, we're probably going to get a save and quit out of this. I don't know that there's anything in this area that Relkin hasn't checked. Okay, or maybe there is something out in this area that he hasn't checked, because he's not saving and quitting.
And, you know, chat is actually reminding me that we did find the Desert Palace back entrance. I now am remembering one of the runners being in there, but can't remember where that was.
Yeah, I don't either. So mitts probably not required unless the big key is behind them. Okay, I think that's it for flipper checks for Relkin.
I mean, it makes sense that neither runner has been back there because we don't have the DP big key yet.
Yeah, can't do anything without the Desert Palace big key. I believe there's a desert entrance somewhere around here that... Is it right here? Because we do have, you know, Solsky's checked the... Yeah, right here. Solsky's checked this, Relkin has not.
And Purple Chest is nothing today. So, where is Solsky going? Gonna go into the Dark World here.
Let's see. What other... We have 2 checks in Mire that we can do with that big key. There is 1 Turtle Rock check we can do. We can get to the Crystal Roller Room from the back. We have The Ice Palace vanilla entrance. That could have something. The Turtle Rock vanilla entrance. I don't know what... looks like that's Ether. We do have Ether. We actually have all... Relkin has all the medallions, so you can check both of those. We have these Bonk Rocks. We're seeing Light and Dark World versions at the same time. That's pretty good.
We have Hookshot Cave.
We have Hookshot Cave. That is 4 items.
And Connector as well, which is kind of useful to us. At least it'll get us to some other place.
Yeah, we haven't seen all of the bad connector locations either, so it wouldn't surprise me. Like, I don't know that we've seen...
Is this going to be Bumper Cave Top? Because I don't think we've seen that yet. And
Yeah,
we're
there's a
probably
bumper
running bad
bumper
connectors.
ledge, and have we seen the Turtle Rock Bridge?
Oh, we haven't. Yeah, so not taking that connector, kind of interesting.
I don't think Relkin's done the dark... No, he did the dark ones first. So not taking that connector yet. Okay. I think Solski's heading back to Misery Mire.
That was a Light World where that Hookshot Cave was, so it's pretty simple to get back there if you want to. But he's not really interested in connectors. He's interested in finding an item. So.
Yeah, but those connectors lead to entrances that maybe have items. Now, yeah. I'm never good at keeping track of what item caves are left.
Yeah, I definitely have a list.
Something's left.
When I'm running, and I don't have a list today, so yeah. Sorry. Oh yeah, that Agate Tower key is vanilla.
Oh my god, wow. But we don't have powder, so there's no reason to do this.
Yeah, yeah. That's pretty interesting.
Okay, now he's gonna check. Okay, this makes sense. He wanted to do that before following Hookshot Cave. Okay, 20 rupees in the big chest. The big chest is not the answer.
It could still be on Vitreous, though.
Could still be on Vidi. We're gonna see that soon, because Solski is not leaving. Nor would you expect... Oh yeah, there's Turtle Rock Bridge. Nor would you expect Solski to leave at this point. Oh, that's a big key.
There's
what big key is it?
I mean, it's got to be Desert 50, Palace. 50.
It is Desert. Yeah, we don't have the pod key, so it's still 50-50.
That is true.
Oh, actually, not even 50-50, because Skullwood's big key was still at large. But yeah, that's go mode for Relkin. He just needs to go back to that Desert Palace entrance. Hopefully, he remembers better where it was than we do. This will be a very quick go mode for him, because he's already done the GT climb.
Yeah, that is cross keys in a nutshell. Is you know, the first 45 minutes is just walking around very slow, and then once you hit go mode, it's super fast. Because it is fast Ganon. You don't always have to beat Ganon's tower. Today we did, because Ganon is at the pyramid.
But it's the Ganon's tower location that's behind 7 crystals, not Ganon's tower itself. It is possible to require that that location. I've had exactly 2 that have required that location. One was a Mitz to get to a really bad castle tower spot that was behind Mitz, and the other was Vanilla GT into Vanilla Ganon.
Oh wow! I think I had a sword in the Ganon's Tower entrance once, which was my Master Sword, but you know,
oh boy,
I could have found the other swords. I don't know where they were in that particular seed, but Skolski is here on Pendant Vitreous. Silver Arrows making that
not
pretty
gonna
fast.
help him.
It is not.
And that's not gonna help. Okay, it's the Skullwoods one. That is the lesser of the 2 evils, because that's just 1 check, as opposed to Pod, which would be get the big chest and possibly go kill Helmasaur.
Yeah, so Relkin on his 7th crystal here, I suspect will not have too much trouble, and 1 cycle's landmine.
Now we just head to the pyramid, drop through that hole. Well, we also don't have the Turtle Rock big key. There were a lot of bad big keys that could have been, but it was not. It was the one we wanted.
That's true. For once, the seed listened to me. It just wasn't the seed I was playing.
Of course.
Relkin Flute into 5, gonna dash over to the pyramid.
That's a little bit faster than doing it from the 4 spot south of Link's
Definitely.
house.
It's very interesting that was basically locked behind those boots, and when those boots opened up and we got Hammer in the same dungeon, it kind of opened
Mhm.
up the whole world. All the dungeons were available to,
Yep.
you know, plow right through. Took Relkin a while to get there, but Solski is still looking for that desert big.
Yeah, did he get? He must have gotten the. Did he get to the GT big? Because it looks like he's heading back
Not
over
yet.
there. Oh, he's
Yeah,
right. He's got the Skullwoods big to check first.
yeah. This is gonna be on his way
That's
though.
unfortunate. Oh no, pod big. Oh, that's so gross. Oh, that's terrible. All the wrong big keys for Solski. I mean, pretty much Pendant Mire for the boots and the hammer was the only required pendant, I'd say.
Yeah, you had to get the hook shot out of Pendant Pod. So
Right, there was stuff in pod early. That's right. I don't think that Turtle Rock had anything though. I'm sure I'm gonna mess up that too, but yeah. And Solski is in pod, gonna finish that out. Just as Relkin
Rel-
finishes up Ganon. And we'll cross that bridge with an official race time of 1:57:08. GG's to Relkin, and the Titans Mitts taking a 2-0 lead in this best of 5.
Yeah, great time by Relkin on this seed, and on Monday it's going to be up to Dante to keep. I'm sorry,
To
to
close it
finish
out,
off
yeah.
the PugTrio is going to be up to Andy to fight back. So we'll see what happens, and we'll also be trying to get these runners in for an interview to get their thoughts on this seed.
It's like Relkin is joining us right now. Solski did forfeit at some point. Looks like right here is where he saw the finish.
Well, welcome to Relkin, and GG's. Congrats on
GG's.
winning this game too.
Hey, thanks. Hope it was watchable for them.
We lost you a couple times, but mostly it was okay.
Good.
But yeah, in the end, you found the right big keys, and Solski found the wrong big keys. He's still looking for the GT big and the desert big, and managed to find Skullwoods, Pod, and Mire bigs, all in the meantime.
Yeah,
And Solski also joining us. GG's tough end to that one. Everything was really close. It's just a matter of you found. I was saying to Relkin, he found the right big keys, and you found the wrong ones.
I don't think it was a tough end, but yeah, it was pretty close for considering where the finish was. Ruckin kind of gave me the heads up where the big keys were, so I was like, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, pretty interesting that the boots and hammer in the same dungeon there in Misery Mire, and then opening up so much. And I mean, Relkin took a little bit to get to that big key as well, but
yeah, and then Shroom, and then after that was going to be Bonk Rock's King's Tomb back into chasing that hookshot connector. So it would have been pretty close to that anyways, but I still would have been a GT climb and a desert back behind anyways. So it was just pretty out of reach at that point. So probably just the early game kind of lost me a lot of time, right? Like the Vine and Spiral Cave at the worst time, I think, just early. And then I was looking at my tracker and I got bopped by the skull. I was like, I can just freeze him and walk by. So I'm looking at my tracker and I die and I like freaked. I was like, why, dude? And then like the crab got the crab iframed me or frame rolled me, sorry, through the boomerang. He went through a boomerang, lost my fairy because of it. That would have saved me there. And I was just like, that's just frustrating.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those starts that kind of sucked. The mid game was pretty fun. Like after you kind of got settled into Dark World, the sea got pretty fun, but
Mhm.
that Dark World or that early game can like rot in hell as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I mean, classic Krosky's 56 minutes before anyone got a weapon. I think that was Relkin picking up his first sword and his
I was pretty
bow.
close too. I was
And then
pretty
you
close.
got your
Yeah.
sword in Hera shortly thereafter. So
Yeah, I think that was my tempered and bow, but yeah, because I got like both in Hera, and then I got the bow sword combo.
yeah,
It
how
was
about Hera
dumb.
playing Swamp today
Yeah,
Oh,
with all the swords?
yeah. I thought like the rest of the sea kind of worked out really well for the mid game, and then it just kind of, like I was talking to Relkin, it just kind of crashed at the end, right, with missing some big keys, kind of stumbling into the last crystal information in Eastern, and then with the big key there, and it's just like, well, I need desert, and I also need GTs because we need to climb, right? And
Yep.
just couldn't find the ends, right? And just chase dungeons, and it didn't work out in the end.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed in GT having nothing, and then I almost skipped that hair basement sword. I was really considering skipping it just because I was only DP big for Go, but I did it anyways.
Mhm.
And then
Yeah.
also I was really thankful for EP big being vanilla. This
Yeah,
was like,
Oh
man,
my God,
going back
yeah.
to Mire was like not on my list of things to want to do later.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Did you find it early through desert, or did you get the Titans
Yep.
and find it? You got it early, eh? Yeah, that's what I thought you were. So I was like, I didn't really want to dip Eastern because I wasn't sure if it was the pendant or crystal yet. So I kind of did, just like, you know what, he probably did it early, and then sure enough, it was the crystal there.
I think you guys were only maybe 5 or 10 minutes difference of finding.
I
Eastern.
said about 5 to 10 for Eastern. Yeah, I said total it was probably 10-12 minutes behind because again, like those were the next plays. I didn't have very much left at all.
Yeah, by the time
Um,
you got to Eastern Solsky, Relkin was doing Ganon's Tower basement, another dungeon in a really bad location. Yeah,
Ganon's Tower. Oh, so the 23 items basement, or
yeah,
okay,
but he
yeah.
had the big key, so he was able to climb, which was
Oh,
a
yeah,
big
yeah.
difference. Yeah.
Did you find GT late, Relkin, or is it just
I found it early because I did pod before going to Skullwood's area.
gotcha? Yeah, the second I got Hammer, it was like one of the first things I did after Ice.
Hmm.
And then I had to big brain my mistake in Skull by getting silvers. That was pretty good. So that was nice. Question in chat: why did Solsky leave Hookshot Cave Connector? I still had TR and Mire to do, so I had 2 items in Mire. I thought actually it was Korean Pendant as well, but I kind of quickly learned my mistake. But then I saw the big key and pogged, and then unpogged. And TR I still had like 6 items to chase, so I just went through the math. If I'm
I
looking for a
mean, to
big
be
key,
fair,
there's gonna be
looking
a
for
very good
items.
chance. Yeah, there's a very good chance that I was just gonna find a big key to a big key, and I was leaning on either Desert would be the unlikely one math wise, but GT was probably gonna be the winner there, and it just didn't work out. That's pretty much
I
all there
mean,
is to
you
it.
absolutely could have been in those locations.
Yeah.
You know, I always liken big key hunts in
Yeah.
really any key sanity to ice rod hunts.
And
So
Hookshot, and like, yeah, I could check the connector, but it's at that point where I know it's gonna be tight, just because of how fast mid game was. So I'm just like, I gotta skedaddle and make a call on what I need to do, right? So that was the last major ride in cave, so I just decided to clean up the other 2 pendants that I had on me. Just pray that I had that big key there.
So I do have a question for you, Solsky. Thieves Town.
Oh yeah.
Was the plan all along to
Yeah.
just drop
Yep.
the maiden off and leave because you didn't have a weapon to finish it off, or was
Yeah, I was gonna death warp, but then I got the mirror, so I just made it a little bit faster. So yeah, it was go in there. I've done it before where I've ran into like a hammer or a sword or a weapon or something
Mhm.
good. So
It happens.
I was like, why not? And I was like, I can get that mirror, but it leads to flute, which is nothing because I don't have Dark World access still, like traditionally.
Yep.
So I just kind of went in and kept looking for items. I don't think it slowed me down at all, other than the rechase. And I had boots for the re-entry, so it wasn't that.
Re-entry
did
isn't that bad, and
Did I
I
boots
know
for that?
you're
I
not
don't remember
big on
anymore.
the script anyway. So
Yeah. But it didn't really matter. I almost did it perfectly, anyways.
you know,
against
by
the
then,
normal guy.
I mean, by then I think you know, blue mail and lots of hearts, and actually you might. Did you get to red mail? Because yeah, you did get to red mail. I don't know if it was by
I
then
didn't
or not. But
I had red mail after Bombos,
Yeah.
but yeah. I got another question, chat. Why didn't Solsky snap into a Slim Jim? Because you're not funny.
okay,
Next
sure.
question.
Um, Yeah,
But yeah,
that
I
was
did like the way you handled Rockin' the end with the hookshot cave and leaving that mirror portal to check the the one more check in Castle Tower. And
I was a little miffed at that. It was just taunting me. He's like, I don't have the powder, you stupid game.
yeah, no reason to go chasing that without powder. Actually, it's probably good you didn't have powder since it obviously wasn't the answer.
Yeah, if I had powder in my hand, I honestly might have just killed Aga1 right then and there, but
Mhm. I mean, it would have made your trip back to the Ganon hole faster.
yeah, I
Potentially.
guess so.
I guess
Oh,
that
did
would have been something.
you? I guess you had the second small key too.
The
For
second
Agatar?
small key was vanilla.
yeah. The first one was in I think Thieves Town Big Chest, which Solsky obviously you did not.
Oh, he didn't get that.
Oh, I got
okay.
the other one because. Oh no, I didn't actually. Never mind. I didn't
So,
have any
yeah.
of these. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that makes more sense for vanilla.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
I'm having a beer. I didn't think it would hit me that quick.
Yeah, it was the second one was vanilla, not the first one was vanilla. You definitely would have gotten it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and there were some fun Relkin, you had a fun mirror portal save that you we were wondering why you were death warping at one point.
Yeah, was
You
there
were in
a
the
reason
eastern
you?
area, and then you had the mirror portal sitting there right there in Kakariko to get back to Village Outcast or something. I don't remember all the details. I just remember being confused why you were death warping, and then be like, oh, he's got a mirror portal. It makes sense now.
Did you have to do that in the underworld, or was that just because you went into the cave and didn't know what was there? For the,
You mean the one I bombed myself?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, walking out of the cave would have been a little slow because
Right.
I
Okay, that
I
was a
couldn't
new
just kill myself
check for you.
inside. Yeah. But yeah, I did not want to have to walk back through Spiral through desert or whatever.
Mhm.
I guess I could have hooked across after Spiral, but like I didn't want to walk through Spiral again.
Oh,
Yeah,
Spiral's
definitely
terrible.
a heads up play that we were not following along with until we saw the end result, which was really good. And both of you did some mimic clipping.
Yep.
Before finding Bo, which was a treat to watch. So really good show, but from both of you.
Yeah. Sadly, I don't think there was anything behind that mimic clip, but yeah, Amy ended up with a hook shot out of pod. I guess it was hook shot in pod and
Fire
the
rod as well.
hammer. Yeah, hook shot, fire rod in pod, hammer, and boots in mire were your pendant requirements. And
I'm kind of glad I didn't have the big key because where GT was, I probably would have strongly considered mimic clipping the second side, and that one's a little slower for me, so I would have been like, it would have been a tough call. I don't think I would have done it, but it's GT when it's like there or somewhere like lengthy, it's pretty.
Yeah.
It has like some strategic importance to kind of weigh those kind of things, right? So.
Yeah, if you have to do the climb anyway, and you're decent at mimic clipping, and it's
I
a
didn't-
really bad spot, it's not a bad play to do that.
It didn't
but yeah,
hit me
you
that
have
I needed
option.
it. It didn't hit me that I needed it until I was like trying to count my Gomo. I'm like, well, if Eastern's crystal, then I need like one big key. I'm like, scratch that, 2 big keys. Uh-oh.
Yeah. I always say, I think to me, it's having to find the 2 castle tower keys. If Ganon's and Lumberjack is worse, but yeah, the having to worry about
that
that
one's
GT
that one's pretty bad too. That would have been terrible for me because again, Thieves Town big having that small there, and another one
Oh
being
my
vanilla,
goodness,
that would have been I would have been screwed anyways. Thanks for showing me how bad my outs were, Tracy. Appreciate that.
The Solsky bad luck showcase. Gotcha.
That's okay. I haven't won a cross keys match all playoffs, but I just have so much fun with mode. It's all right. I figure like all of them have been pretty close. Like they're all within seconds in one instance to like minutes.
Gosh,
I don't know
they
about my
tie
first
early
one.
on.
My first one I was a little mad, but like the second and third one, like Airy, and then what else was it? Zelga, and then you, Relkin. I'm just like,
All
I
good
take
players.
the L, it's not that bad, but I kind of want to win. It's just for like.
I
the
mean,
team.
you want to win, But yeah, I mean,
Quite
tough
honestly, I'd
competition for sure.
rather have fun personally, but yeah, it's it's kind of a bonus, but again, I just really enjoy the mode. It's a lot of fun. So.
Is it as fun as Quick Cross?
Sometimes. I mean, it depends on how the C plays, because sometimes not having flute and boots can be interesting.
Yeah.
I think this one, I think Quick Cross would have been better because you just had that sword, right? I think above all else. But yeah.
Yeah, it's always nice to have a sword, but you never seem to get it before like 50 minutes in cross keys.
All right, so next match between your teams, we have Dante and Andy. It's like a hard Randomizer seed. Any word on whether there can be any Pug side bets there going on this year, like last year?
Forgot
Uh,
about that.
there's no fun allowed in League apparently, so I'm
Oh,
gonna say
okay.
no. I'm still confused. Hold on, we got another question in chat. I'm still confused how Solski ended up with cross keys and Futon got casual boots. Maybe because we have championship pedigrees and we know what we're doing. End quote.
Okay. I mean, to be fair, you and Andy have both won tournaments. Yours being an SMZ3, but that's just as impressive in my mind as as you would know.
Anyone else, chat?
Yeah, put
Excellent.
your questions in.
Dante's saying in chat there's an unspoken series side bet, so may
So,
never
which
get
means
to
that
know.
which means only Dante knows and not anyone else, including Andy. How many beers will I drink? It depends if I play Halo after this. I think that's going to determine how many beers I have.
Does Halo make you drink more or less?
I definitely stream more. I should really stream it because I've been told it's hilarious, but it's also insufferable. So it depends. You thought I was like bad in like rando? Like just listen to me play Halo. It's like 10 times worse.
All right. So, any words of wisdom to your teammates for the next one?
I want to swear, but I'm not going to. So don't screw up, Andy.
Ralkin, you got anything?
Do mess up, but don't mess up so much that you lose, Dante. How about that?
Fair enough.
Because
Yeah,
nobody's perfect.
But yeah, so that'll be Monday at 5:10 Eastern time. Channel indeterminate, but I suspect will be on SG Main. I think that's a. Don't quote me if I'm wrong, but
Yeah,
I think that's a
that's a
pretty safe bet.
pretty hype matchup. Could determine the winner of League and could also push it to Game 4. So we'll all be tuning in.
Absolutely.
Relkin, when do you want to play Game 5? No, but seriously. I'm just kidding. It's fine. Yeah. That's about all I got.
Well, I mean, I'd like to play a Game 5 because I haven't played a single Game 5 yet. But,
Oh, really? Let me tell you how fun it is to last location in was it Retrans?
Retrans. Oh my god.
Co-op Retrans.
Well, let me tell
Yeah.
you how fun it is to call a Retrans seed when you have 4 players in 4 completely different locations.
I really like it just because of the small keys.
Yeah, I think it's a
take
really fun mode to play.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Take away some due diligence track, which is great because I think you're already doing enough with the entrance tracking. So I like it. I thought at first I was like, Retrans seems stupid, and then I played it. I was like, that's not that bad.
Now to make
Not
it
that bad at all.
perfect, Dunka, if you're listening, just get rid of the rupee bow, and that would just make me really, really happy.
Yeah, modified Retrans. I mean, the entrance caves, with the bottles and hearts and the sword pair really well with the entrance randomizer.
Yeah,
So.
they really do. All right. Anything else either one of you want to add before we go ahead and close this out?
Relkin, you got anything or?
I'm good.
All right. Well, I just want to let the fans out there know that I will be running another invitational. I've already kind of announced that a couple weeks ago on Twitter. I'm not disclosing any information similar to the other one, but you can follow me at twitch.tv/Solski and twitter.com/Solski12 for more information. I'll be releasing some info on that in the next couple of months. It will be sooner than you guys think. I want to take Randomizer to the next level. Thank you. That's all I have.
All right, Solski, we'll be looking forward to that.
Relkin
says, yeah, Relkin's got nothing, so yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and close it out. First of all, of course, thanks to our runners, and like Solski said, go ahead and follow those runners. It's like yep, and my co-com Dapper Warman, thank you for joining me. It was a lot of fun, and always our trackers, Lady Lauralinda and Bandman25, doing an excellent job clicking those buttons behind the scenes, doing the hard work, the MVPs of our tournaments. Dapper Warman, I let you close it out.
Yes, thank you for joining us, and be sure to tune in on Monday for Game 3. And everybody have a great night.